You're listening to Am I the Bolcast, the only Magic the Gathering podcast you're listening to right now. What's up, Bolcuts? It's your boy, Mike Carosa. You might know me for my article series on EDHrec.com. Am I the Bolus? Gee, I wonder how we came up with this podcast. Folks, this episode is one I've been looking forward to for a little while now. Honestly, I can't wait to get into it with them. I'm actually recording this just before they get into our little Zoom meeting here. But I've invited the band Abrupt Decay to have a chat with me today. So some members of this band are joining me. For those of you who are not familiar with their music, I will say, get into it. They are incredible. This is such a fun band. They are a chaotic hardcore band from Alberta. Shout out to my Canadians out there. Really huge fan of what they've done. Been a fan of theirs since their first album, and really got into them on their EP. But this last album from 2025, I want to say it was like in the summer, if I'm not mistaken. But this album, The Illusion of Our Choices in a World of No Options, it's been on repeat. They've got a Bandcamp. You can go buy their album online. Highly recommend it. Obviously, it's chaotic hardcore, so if you don't like screams in your music, then, I'm sorry to recommend something that you're not going to be interested in. But this album is just such a beautiful piece of art. I fucking love it. Sorry, Ken. This album makes me very happy. So I'm very excited for them to get here. But before they do, I'm going to go over some things that I don't want to do while they're here. And that is our sponsor stuff. I'm not going to hold them hostage while I monologue at you, my sweet, sweet listeners. We've got our sweet babies over at cardsphere.com sponsoring us again. Cardsphere, get your cards here. Cardsphere.com. You sign up with the referral link in our description, and you'll be able to help us out. You'll trade cards with people all over. I know that with I guess Ninja Turtles is next. You're going to want to trade some cards for those duo cards with, they got team up cards kind of like March of the Machines did with different turtles. And frankly, I'm not going to lie, I like Krang and Shredder quite a bit. What better way to get your hands on them if you're like me, probably not going to pre-release this one. I have no connection to the Ninja Turtles, and I would feel like a fraud. And I know I'm saying this now, but can't watch me end up at a pre-release. I love Magic too much to not pre-release. But Ninja Turtles coming up. Make sure you sign up for cardsphere.com and start trading. Trade your cards. Trade your stuff that you don't have any use for. I guarantee someone out there does. Fill up your cart with things that you need for your next commander deck. Or maybe you're into modern or standards kicking up something in you. Get over on cardsphere.com. Cardsphere, get your cards here, baby. We've also got boneboxgames.com, the finest deck boxes in the game. Bonebox Games, run by two sweetie pies, Evan and Jesse. Shout out to you guys. I send you lots of kisses, lots of love. You get promo code Bolcast to get a little discount on whatever you order from them. So I can't recommend the baked goods one enough. That one is just a sublime piece of art of a deck box. Straight up, I love this deck box. I take it with me every game night. I've got my Marchesa deck in there because I have an attractions deck on the side, and it's a really big deck box, so it makes it easy to make that decision. However, is the attraction deck on the cutting board? I do think it is, unfortunately. Sorry, Myra the Magnificent, but you might get axed. Who knows? We'll see. It's just a really fun deck box. I pull it out. People are like, wow, it's so pretty. It's so cute. And honestly, I live for it. I love getting compliments on my gear. And I don't know. It's really nice. They have a lot of really great deck boxes. I've actually dismantled a deck that was in my porcelain deck box by them, and I've got Lazav and Genova in the Decay and Tarot deck boxes right now, just perfectly snug, like a bug in a rug, baby. Big fan of their work, and I really recommend you check them out. Boneboxgames.com, promo code Bolcast. Get into it. Get yourself some nice gear. All right, so before we go into the interview, I kind of wanted to drop a little track. I kind of wanted to show you guys a bit of what Abrupt Decay sounds like. So here's a quick sneak peek, and then we're going to go into the theme song, and we're going to have these Canadian sweetie pies join me on the podcast to talk about Magic. You might be saying, wow, Abrupt Decay, how fitting. Yeah. course it's fitting. This rules. All right, let's get into it. You're listening to Am I the Bolcast, the only Magic the Gathering podcast you're listening to right now. And get this, it's time for the interview I teased in the intro. We've got Grant and Colton from Abrupt Decay with me here today. Hey guys, how you doing?
Yo.
Good, buddy.
It's been a wonderful day. Really, really good. Just got off work. Can't complain, you know?
Can't complain, and I won't complain. We've been working on getting this sorted for a little while now, and I gotta say, I'm pretty pumped. I am a big fan of your latest album. It's was released in August of last year? Was it that was it, August?
Yeah.
It's called The Illusion
August
of Our
1st.
Choices in a World of No Options, and it rips front to back. There's no doubt about it. Unbelievable work.
Thank you so much.
I will look, I can't even. I don't It took me a while to learn what songs I liked on the album because I would just hit play at the beginning and let it ride every time I listened to it. There was a period of time where I was just like, damn, okay, I got to pay more attention and just look up the song names of a moment that I liked. And then I found out that I wrote down all the names of the songs on the album when I wrote down the names of things that I liked on the album. The whole thing has so much going on. It's unbelievable, frankly. If you're into chaotic hardcore, this is a huge wreck. This is unbelievable stuff. And I warned you guys that I would gush about you. I'm going to keep going. But I just need you to
Thank you
to know
much.
that it's not going to stop for a second. My listeners, I don't know what my listeners listen to. I'm not going to lie. When it comes to music, I don't have my finger on the pulse for them, but I've been no stranger to, like, you know, I like loud music. I like stuff with screams. A big fan of many bands. They get name dropped in this podcast from time to time. If you're a fan of mine from my time at Bummer Boys, where we talk about mainly emo and screamo songs, then you know that this is the kind of stuff I like. But man,
we also love emo and screamo.
Absolutely.
So
oh god, dude, the influences on this album are so apparent and so impressive. The meshing of genres from moment to moment. You've got so much going on here, and it's like, I don't even know how you're doing it. It feels insane. You're saying so Grant, you're the vocalist of the band. You're the vocalist of Abrupt Decay, and it's crazy to think that there's a singular vocalist here, or are we talking about multiple band members screaming on the album?
Yeah, so there's like, I'm the main vocalist, the kind of like middle high screaming guy, and then Owen, our bass player, he does like those Mitch Lucker, like Frankie Palmieri kind of highs, big like Amir guy.
Yeah.
And then Noah, our guitar player, he does all like, or the vast majority of like the really low vocals on the album.
Okay, hell yeah. Okay, well, I was going to say that if you're the solo vocalist, you've got the craziest range I've ever heard. Just an unbelievable record. And Colton, you're on drums, which...
Yes.
You sure there aren't two of you? Holy hell. Sorry, Ken.
Yeah, sorry, Ken, on behalf. Yeah, it was a difficult one. I mean, Grant, as you mentioned, is the one writing this kind of stuff, so he puts these things together, gives them to me on this platter, but it's more like one of those dog plates where you have to like solve a puzzle to be able to eat your food, because these songs were really hard. So I had to learn to adapt a little bit to be able to do this, but I'm happy with how it turned out, and the challenge was nice. I like that.
I will say it's pretty clear that you had to do some work here, because you're shifting from like grindcore to nu metal like it's nothing. You're like, it's a blast beat. Like, I don't know how you're getting those kicks in so quick on I want to say it's Sliver that you got that opening breakdown where you're doing like a drum roll, but then it hits the kicks at the same time. Like, how you doing? I have no idea how you're doing any of it. I play drums. I can't do any of that. Squats. That's it. Okay. That'll do it.
Lots of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I also play the drums, and I wrote like our first album with like me in mind, like if I could play all the drums kind of thing. Like I've played a lot of chaotic hardcore this whole time, kind of my whole musical career. And yeah, I cannot do the really fast double kick stuff like
Damn.
he can at all. So it is so nice to have someone who can do that.
It's honestly the album is like, it's technically impressive and then also just such a fucking punch in the face. Sorry, Ken. It's so good. It's so good. It's I mean, I hate to do this to musicians. First of all, we are ostensibly we are a Magic the Gathering podcast. We will be getting to the Magic stuff. But
Totally.
and
Yeah.
and there's the connection is obvious. Your name is Abrupt Decay. Named after a Magic card. Absolutely
life.
bananas Magic card nonetheless. It's man, what if you had to choose on the album? My God, you must hate this question if you've done any interviews or press for this. What is there a track on the album that you're like, this is the track for me, or one that you're like, introduction to the band, this kind of gives you, this is what I want people to hear first?
You go.
I have bounced between a couple. I think I'm pretty firm on Hypothermia, which we released as the second single for this. It has one of our dearest friends in the world, Jay from Trench.
Shout out Jay.
On there. Shout out Jay. And I think it has kind of all of the different components that define our sound, and it's got a really mean breakdown at the end. and at the end of the day, that's kind of all that matters, especially live. So
it has been so fun to play live.
It is very fun to play live.
Yeah,
that breakdown is something else. That thing turns into a two-step fucking moment. Sorry, Ken. That thing is nuts. That is most definitely on the list of moments from the album that stood out to me where I'm like, hang on a second. Let me play that one again. I think I need to go back a sec. Grant, what about you? What comes to mind?
So really quick, we actually talk about not this topic, but we rank like bands and their songs and albums constantly. Like our group chat is just us doing this to like Converge and the Dillinger Escape Plan and stuff like that all day. It's embarrassing how often we have these conversations. But I think if I had to pick my favorite song that I think doesn't define us very well, but is just like my favorite in the world, is Pressure Sores. I think that song is just like so much fun. It's the only song without a breakdown moment on the album, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, and it was also the only song where I didn't write the whole thing. Noah, our guitar player, actually wrote that guitar solo. I was like, hey, man, I want you to write something for this. So, and he just like absolutely blew my mind with it. I was so stoked.
I was about to say, not a lot of guitar solos in the chaotic hardcore things that I listen to. I'll say it's a rarity that you learn to appreciate. You're like, hang on a second, especially not. There isn't just a guitar solo in that one.
Yeah, we followed up. There's a bit of a DJ solo too. My wife Jillian joined as our DJ about 2 years ago. We ended up having a bit of a lineup change. We had a guitar player move to Vancouver, and then rather than have another guitar player, we said let's do something that kind of makes us stand out a little bit more. And I really wanted somebody to do noise anyway in the band, and so I was just like, hey, like my wife does DJ stuff. Like this is already kind of perfect. So yeah,
I will say that what a choice, because when you hit that solo, the DJ solo, the scratch solo that happens in Pressure Sores, you kind of do a double take. It's like it's such a new metal thing to do over what I would say is like you're like, there's no breakdown moment in this, but you're like, if somebody played this as their breakdown, it would be a breakdown, you know? Pressure Sores.
Sure, yeah, I gotcha.
Pressure Sores is such an odd duck of a track, but it's the one that's been stuck in my head the most. And it really rips. Oh. My God, I could talk about this album all day. There's so many things. Man, Whelm is such a fucking sad tune. It rips so hard. Sorry, Ken. Again, I'm swearing all kinds.
Sorry, Ken.
It's just so nihilistic in a way that, like, yeah, hypothermia is touching on, like, the homelessness as a disease that we're dealing with. Like not a disease, society. Like the fact that it exists is a problem, and that's something that we need to solve and fix. Whereas Whelm is so internally just brutal with oneself in a way that man, it's I think there's a line that stuck out. It was like, it's rare that you listen to chaotic hardcore and you can pick up on the line so clearly the first time. You know what I mean? Some vocals are very difficult to hear, but this one,
totally, yeah. Enunciation was really, really important for us. Our producer Jordan was like really on the ball of like, you have to sound absolutely clear. Like
100%.
I scream very, very loud, so he was like, if you can make that sound as clear as it can, it will sound very cool. And I agree. He really made me work for it, and it turned out really well, I think.
I promise, dude, this album, I'm going to be thinking about it for a very long time. I've been listening to it for weeks, found out you guys were Canadian, and I was like, I didn't even realize I was proud to be Canadian, dude. That's crazy.
Beautiful
I got
Calgary,
excited.
Alberta, man.
Well, look, hi
so
from
much,
Montreal, guys. Montreal says, what's up? Next time you're in town, I'll be there. That's for sure. I mean,
we love Montreal. We adore Montreal.
Dude.
We were just there last day of October.
No, first day of November.
I saw that and I was so
what
bummed.
a beautiful city.
Yeah, I found out about this record late in the year. I found it in December. Like, my God, what a masterpiece. When are they coming back? You're like, okay, well, that's my bad, I guess, for not being quicker on the uptake.
Hopefully soon. That is like a priority, I think, for us, is like East Coast again would be very, very cool to check out. It was just unbelievable. So,
where did you guys play in Montreal?
Croix de Broom.
Yeah. God.
Not downtown.
I'm trying to think of what street that is. It was a really everywhere in Montreal kind of looks like this.
Yes.
It looked European to us.
Uh-huh.
That's what what us Alberta landlocked Westerners say, but it was gorgeous.
It's
it was
a great
really
venue.
tiny, and there were so many people in there. It was so cool.
It was so cool.
Tiny Broom is like right by Mount Royal Metro, and it's on Saint Denis and Mount Royal for those of you listening who know the area.
Yeah. Saint Denis, yeah.
Yeah. Really solid spot. There's tons of shows that happen there. Nearby, you've got like Casa del Popolo and stuff like that. There's a ton of shows that happen in this little area of the plateau. So I spent a lot of time at shows there for sure. I mean, look, next time you come through, I will have to be there. I'll be standing, that's for sure, but I might fall down. I don't know how much I'll be able to stand. I'll be...
that's okay.
Again, I warned you up
so
top
much.
that I will be very complimentary, and it's not going to stop. It's going to keep going. It's going to come up a bunch. I can't get over this record, and I think we're going to get into chatting about Magic very soon.
Somewhere in here,
there's more to say. Before we get into the Magic stuff, Grant and Colton, right now, look, listeners, if you're like, let's get into the Magic stuff, I'm going to put a time code because some people are like, we just want to hear about Magic. Hey, guess what? You skipped ahead, and now you're still in it, baby. I'm going to tell you one more thing. Listen to the latest album. The Illusion of Our Choices in a World of No Options by Abrupt Decay is a banger. Give it a shot. I swear to God, you're going to love it. You're going to love it.
Thank you so much.
buddy.
Hell yeah. Man, front to back, I'm telling you. I listened to it on repeat. Even now, it's been it's like a couple albums on rotation. Lower Definition is out of retirement. They were gone for like 18 years, and they put out an album that kind of feels like their last one. And I was like, I'll take it. So it's been the last couple weeks. It's been Lower Definition, Abrupt Decay, Lower Definition, Abrupt Decay. Then the Callous Cowboys back in the mix, and then whatever Magic podcast I'm listening to in between.
Excellent choices, man.
Hell
That's what's up. I love Callous Cowboys. I've been listening to that since
pretty keen on
Tetris. So
how could you not be? They're onto something big, aren't they? They're like doing some weird stuff. It's great.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Callous Cowboys. They're going to be in town in April. If you're in Ottawa and Montreal, or I believe April 24th is their kickoff with their tour with Arm's Length, and you'll be able to see me hanging out at the Ottawa and Montreal dates. That's for sure. So if you're like, come play some Magic, I'll come play before. That's for sure. There's no doubt about it. Speaking of Magic, we got to get into talking about it. So your namesake, I guess, I tagged you guys. This is how it came together because I tagged you guys in an Instagram story where I said, I've been losing it listening to this album. It's so good. Get into them. And then Somebody, I'm gonna guess it was Grant behind the account on Instagram. Message saying thank you, and then also like it should come as no surprise that Abrupt Decay is, being a Magic card. Where do you think we got the name? You know what I mean? And so, so where are you guys at with Magic? Do you guys play regularly? What formats? Fill me in on your Magic journey, where you're at today, and all that stuff.
Yeah, sure. So I started in Original Theros,
Hell yeah.
just playing really casually with some friends.
Yes.
Yeah, my dad played a ton back in the day, would always travel for events. He was like a big limited player and enjoyer.
Hell yeah.
I ended up getting really competitive in Origins, and I played pretty much every format, Standard, Modern, Legacy, Sealed, or Limited, pretty much everything I could to be competitive until about 2023, actually. Like just up until a few years ago, I ended up selling my collection. But we still play online quite a bit.
Nice.
I play a lot of Pauper and a Wii Cube all the time.
Yeah, we
Cube
enjoy
is the way to
Cube.
go. Cube is really the best format in Magic. I know this is listeners at home know me for my column on edhrec.com. They're probably here because of Commander. It makes sense. But I will say it every time it comes up. There is no better way to play the game of Magic the Gathering than to Cube. It's just perfection.
It's just so pure. It's so pure.
It embodies first of all, it's a limited environment, and it embodies like kitchen table spirit. It's a beautiful thing.
Totally.
And you have to have a big group together to make it work. You can get real creative with it. There's like 100 Ornithopter cube. There's the Descent into Avernus cube out there. It's a bunch of really strange cubes happening. Magic, Cube, together forever. Unbelievable. Best way to play.
Unbelievable.
Do you guys have like your own cube, or are you guys using like the vintage cube or something like that online?
Playing vintage cube.
That's the way.
Yeah. Vintage cube, arena
it's expensive.
Cube.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always proxy one, but
Oh, yeah.
I had a cube back in the day. It wasn't. We only put it together for a few times. It was powered, so we proxied the dual lands and not the dual lands, the Power 9. I had all the dual lands in there. It was pretty much done minus the Power 9 and a few other things like a random like Tabernacle and stuff like that.
Unbelievable.
But, I'm not that rich, man. I can buy an Underground Seed. I can't buy a Tabernacle, you know.
No, I hear you.
Back when Underground Sea was like $400. Now I don't know what it's at now.
More than $400.
I believe that.
Way more than $400. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Colton, what about you? What's your time with Magic been like?
So really strange. I also started when Original Theros came out, I only knew Grant like 4 or 5 years ago.
Not even, man. We met in 2022.
So also started in late 2012, early 2013.
Yeah, I think Theros was about 13.
13.
Yeah, I think it was 13 because Cons was 14.
Yeah.
So buddy of mine up the street, like him and his dad were really into the game, and we were playing some very casual decks and all that. And Journey into Nyx pre-release was my first event that I went to.
Hell yeah.
And I just fell in love with it. I just loved the idea of like cracking packs, building a deck, playing against all these people I've never seen before, and maybe leaving with some more packs as a prize. And stayed pretty active with the game until I want to say like OG Dominaria.
Oh wow, okay.
Around
so like 2017?
That's when I kind of teetered off a while ago.
No.
Yeah.
16, I think.
2016, 2017, I think.
Somewhere around then.
Yeah, like Teferi Hero of Dominaria.
Yeah, I remember that card coming out, and that's kind of when I was, just having more plans and stuff. I didn't have a lot of time to dedicate to the game, but I've come back to it more recently with things like Arena having Cube, and I've always kind of paid attention to the game and kept up.
Big time. It is so convenient to just like do a draft on my phone whenever I want. Just crazy.
Almost too convenient sometimes, I'll tell you.
Too convenient, brother. The future is now. It is unbelievable that I can play Magic in the way that I love finally on my phone.
Yeah, and you don't even have to go through all the pains of like organizing 8 people to come over or like figure out when, why, who's gonna come by, all
Dude,
that stuff. The scheduling goes
4
out the
for
window.
D&D is hard enough.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, 8 is tough.
It's tough.
You got to be like mega nerds to want to do that. Like we are, and I imagine most people
Oh, yeah.
listening to this would identify that way. But like,
We do unfortunately have full-time jobs.
yeah,
exactly, same,
You
yeah.
gotta-
That
That's how
tends
it
to
goes.
get in the way of that.
Yeah,
It's
what
tough
is it with
I'm tough to
artists not
organize.
getting any sponsors to let us live the life we want to live? You know what I mean? Get the benefactors to allow us to put out some crazy stuff. Come on.
We need to become a public corporation, really.
Yeah,
That's
buy our
it.
records so we can just play Cube. And
Yeah.
we'll ignore the music stuff for a bit.
Yeah, the next Abrupt Decay album has a lot more magic references. I'll tell you that much. This one's called Timetwister. I wonder what that one's about.
Oh, good. I have a good Timetwister story for later. So
Okay, good. Oh,
keep going.
is that your bolas story? The one that you prepped? Okay,
Mhm.
sick. Yeah, what would a song called Timetwister even be? It's just like it keeps restarting for 20 minutes.
I guess so. Yeah. Yeah, truly.
I think it would be a drone track,
Yeah.
like a interlude, like a
That's
minute
fun.
and a half interlude of just drone. I think that's kind of
Honestly,
That's fair.
what it would be. A little bit of dissociation.
fun new game. Let's go through the Power 9.
Man.
I think some people that wouldn't know might be really confused as to why there are 5 songs that are just mocks followed by another
A
type of gemstone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they'd be confused, but I bet a quick Google will set them up and be like, "Hey, what do you mean this thing is $4,000 now?"
Exactly.
Honestly,
Our record's 10, so
I don't even know
That's
what
a
they're
party.
at anymore because that dream is long gone, man. There's no way I'm gonna have the Power 9 in my hands, and if I ever did, it would be quickly turned over to finance the life we need to have instead of I could not justify holding on the cardboard like that. But what would you
Totally.
say? Let's take a look at Mox Sapphire just for the sake of it and see what that thing is at. I'm taking a look. And would you believe that MTG Stocks has the Mox Sapphire Alpha Edition sitting at an average of $14,975?
Great.
Yeah.
That easy, cool, breezy 15K. You know?
Easy 15K.
That's
what else could you do with that 15K? Oh, probably
You could
another
buy a
record.
lot of Is It signets.
A lot of Is It
A
signets.
lot of Is It signets. And it even makes red.
If you think about it, that's way better.
It's so good.
It's
You know what?
really
You could
good.
probably have 30,000 Is It signets. That's what I think you could get if there are that many
At the
printed,
minimum.
which I have to assume there are. My God,
Gotta be.
With all the master sets and
Yeah.
pre-cons, there's a bunch of them out there.
there is somebody out there collecting one particular printing of a Pokemon card that is bad and has artificially inflated the cost of it. And this got me thinking, like, what would an Is It signet be worth if I bought 30,000 Is It signets? And then you got Commander players being like, well, I need a signet pretty bad for this deck. You know?
I think because it's like been reprinted so many times, you might get a price spike initially, and then it's just boom, uncommon in something that people are opening a crazy amount of. You have to pick a more niche card.
Oh, for
Like-
sure. Oh, yeah. If we were really doing this,
But
we'd go reserve list, baby. That thing is still a menace, isn't it? That thing is still around and kicking.
Yeah.
mhm.
Is it ever?
Have you guys kept up with any of the latest formats? Because we did just get back to Lorwyn. If you've seen any of that,
I did just see that.
it's
I play a little bit of Popper.
Okay, fair.
On MTGO. Yeah, my MTGO is Runaway Fridge. Say what's up if we ever play together.
Fridge.
Runaway Fridge. That is my arena as well. I used to play a lot of Modern and Legacy Online. I had a Mana Traders account up until a few years ago, but for like a really, really long time. But I still watch a few Andrea Mengucci modern videos and that kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
I love me some Mengu. But other than that, I really just watch LSV do some cube.
Yeah.
That's really all I keep up with now.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I watch him do the cube. I watch him do the whatever limited set he's playing.
Totally.
I even watched him do the one Spider-Man video he did, or the two he did. I just love watching LSV talk about taking a card and being like, I think this one's just better, and then never explain why he thinks it's better.
Never explain. And then in the next video, it's just like a completely different opinion. Oh my god. There was a video like 3 weeks ago where he like drafted the Dark Depths combo. Like he took a Thespian stage and he like knew that Dark Depths was gonna wheel, and he just like talks so much shit about that combo, and he's like, finally, I think that this is a deck where like Dark Depths would be really good. And then he just like passes the Dark Depths on the next pick. It was extremely funny. Against like nothing. Like it was so obviously the Dark Depths, but he just like didn't give a shit. Just like,
sorry, Ken.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ken. It was very good.
Colton's been waiting. Colton's been like, I'm on it. Next one.
I was kicking my feet.
Yeah.
Although that deck is very fun. If you can draft it, it's kind of bad.
Yeah.
But if you see the crop rotation and you see a Zurin Orb and Titania,
and you're pure of heart, sometimes you can 3-0.
Yeah.
You know?
You can 3-0 if you're pure of heart with that deck, and only if you're pure of heart. I'll tell you that much.
Only. And if you have an Abrupt Decay, it's somewhere in the
course.
Hey. Hell yeah. Look at what we're talking about right now, baby.
Oh.
Look at you friggin' nerds out here with a... How many people would you say, like, in your fan base have clocked that the name is a Magic card?
Quite a few at this point.
We've been thrown an Abrupt Decay. Someone threw one in like a top loader at us during a set.
Yeah, in Winnipeg.
And there was like a festival we played here in Calgary, and one of the out of town bands, Apex Predator.
Right, Apex Predator. Yeah.
They got up and said, "Shout out Abrupt Decay, 2 CMC." Destroy target permanent.
3 or less.
3 or less.
Yeah.
They knew, and I think maybe 2 people caught on to what they were talking about, but we certainly did, and that made our day.
Hell yeah. It's
Whenever
so fun.
I always want to talk Magic, and like I just want to talk nerd stuff all the time with people. So whenever we're at a show, I'm always so stoked when someone knows.
It's one of those things where, like, man, I thought of it. I thought for sure. I was like, these guys, could it be? It could be. It's fine. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Whatever. You know, this was years ago too. This was like when it was my God, I'm blanking on the name of the first album, but It Never Ends.
I Was Never Here.
Oh yes, I Was Never Here.
Hell yeah.
I was listening to that and being like, "They're Abrupt Decay. It's a lot like a we'll see. Yeah, who knows? And then it's like, yeah, it totally is. Look at us now. Huh? Check the out. Sorry, Ken.
Look at us now, man.
We're getting it.
Sorry, Ken.
Well, I think you teased a Timetwister story, and I'd love to hear it. So, Grant, the floor is yours, buddy. Tell us the story.
Okay. So just to be clear, I believe that the premise of this is to ascertain a time that you were the bolus in a commander game,
right?
Correct?
Or not necessarily commander, like anything surrounding Magic where you may have been the villain, and I'll be like yes or no, and then give you that, like, kind of like I'm the judge here. It's like, am I the asshole?
Okay.
But it's Magic, you know?
Oh no, dude! If that's the case, I was never an angle shooter, but I was very rules lawyery.
Really?
At least at competitive REL. I would never I would always let people take back at FNM. I never care. Yeah, sorry, Ken. But if we are playing like a competitive REL event, I am ruthless. I will. Yeah. I will chalice check you. I've definitely chalice checked a lot of people.
Fair.
And I will. Yeah. I will. If I'm very anal about untap, upkeep, draw, if you miss a bobble trigger or an upkeep trigger in my upkeep and I confirm to move to draw, I will not let you take that. I am sorry, Ken.
Oh, Grant's got the sorry this time.
Blood cold. Yeah.
Yeah, that is ruthless. That is ruthless.
Cedric Phillips, one time, one of the few podcasts
that's who I was thinking of.
Yeah, he has an extremely similar story of Esper charming someone.
Yes, he does.
I have done the Esper charm thing, and I am a little ashamed to say it now, but I was quite bloodthirsty about it at the time.
I mean, for those of you who don't know,
they did have to discard those cards.
I'm gonna let people in on the Esper charm story because this is a classic. Cedric Phillips now works for Wizards of the Coast. He former pro player. For a commentator for Wizards, part of the dynamic duo.
Star City Games.
Exactly. Cedric Phillips and Patrick Sullivan, dynamic duo.
Patrick Sullivan.
Two of the best to do it, straight up. So Cedric Phillips, one of his biggest stories is the Esper Charm story, where Esper Charm reads, for Esper mana, white, blue, black, it's an instant, choose one, destroy target enchantment, draw 2 cards, or target player discards 2 cards. Target player discards 2 cards. And so Cedric would play against somebody, and they would play Esper Charm and say, Esper Charm targeting myself. And he'd be like, so I'm sorry, could you repeat that? And he's like, Esper Charm targeting myself. And then they'd move to draw the cards, and Cedric would call a judge and say, well, you're targeting yourself. Target player discards 2 cards. Otherwise, it says draw 2 cards. No targeting for that one. And that,
don't you dare target.
If you're targeting yourself, you're discarding 2 cards. That's just how it goes. That's how the card reads. And in a competitive format,
Esper Charm, man, you got to know your cards.
That's the thing. Is like in that story, it is ruthless, 100%. And there is an element of like it's similar to the famous Borborygmos and Pithing Needle story, right? Because Borborygmos is a card from Guild Pact, but there's also Borborygmos Enraged from Gatecrash, and so Pithing Needle was played naming Borborygmos.
That was
rather than
Bob Wong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the one. And so Borborygmos Enraged has an activated ability.
He names Borborygmos,
he named Borborygmos and not Borborygmos Enraged. And so could not Pithing Needle the Borborygmos Enraged when it came down, because then you could still activate its abilities. There's another legal card called Borborygmos. The problem is, people knew what you were talking about.
They've changed that since, right?
Exactly.
Like there's kind of like like if you can communicate effectively what you're trying to do, then
exactly.
There's just a million Nissas and Lilianas, and I understand that I think is a rule that is definitely much better for the game.
Yes, absolutely. While there are many Nissas, Lilianas, there's many Spider-Man as well. Don't forget that.
I don't know what I would do if I had to play in the limited environment and name whichever one I'm worried about.
Dude.
Yeah, is there even a Spider-Man to worry about in... I can't think of a single Spider-Man card that's done anything in standard even. That's crazy.
The Demir one, the 4-drop.
Superior
People
Spider-Man
are doing like a Reanimator deck.
Yeah.
Where it enters as like a clone of something in your yard.
Yeah.
So people were reanimating stuff.
It's like a body double.
I think it's the only one. That
you're right, because
it's
because it does it with Bringer of the Last Gift, which is living death on a creature, which awesome card. I am
very cool design.
I'm very much a graveyard player. No matter what, everything I do has to touch the graveyard, and if it doesn't, it's mainly out of spite. Like I have a Jeskai Legends deck where it's just like Legends attacking and goading and stuff. But that was just because my buddy Eric, while I was describing to him a new deck that I wanted to build, was like, "No, I get it. It's like every one of your other decks." And I was like, "Wow, okay, fine. I guess I'll build another kind of deck." Ass. Jesus. Ruthless.
I will go ahead and say Grant also leans towards a particular archetype.
Okay. And what is
we
it?
can be drafting Cube and have this happened the other day, the juiciest Boros deck. Like, first pick Ocelot Pride. I think we saw an early Bolt. We saw
early Flage.
Yeah, an early Flage. And we see a Mana Leak, and Grant's like, oh my god,
Come on.
There's a mana leak.
Come on.
We're like pick 8. We're Boros. Why are you?
You got the
why are
Pride
you even looking at the
Flage.
mana leak?
Pride, Flage, and Bolt, and you're going, I guess I gotta go blue?
I love blue.
Is that in a pack with a Johnny too, or what? Jesus.
We had an Ajani.
And you stuck to Boros, and you went 7-1.
I did, but I did take the mana leak over like an Adeline or something that was like really good for the deck. Like it was a really terrible decision.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I see a 2-mana counter spell. I just gotta take it, man.
But even like I could be playing anything that is not this. It's like there is a Flooded Strand. It's like I don't think I'll be able to put Flooded Strand in my deck the way it's going right now.
Yeah.
Jace the Mind Sculptor, please.
One Jace the Mind Sculptor, please.
Yeah, you can splash for Jace, right?
The 2 pips? We'll make it work.
Yeah, it's a 4-drop. It's all good.
It'll be good.
I can't believe it. I'm surprised that even in the most like direct line of Boros drafts, you're like, Mana Leak's got to get in this pile. Let's see what we can cook up. You need to watch less of LSV and more Paul Cheon. Get some discipline in that diet, buddy.
I think it was the days on pick 4 that you saw and immediately regretted because you didn't take the days.
Right, that was it. I was crushed. I took the Flage, I think, over the days, and then I like morally was so crushed, and I just had to make a mistake later. It was not.
You made the right mistake though.
Yeah.
The Flage, you needed the Flage.
Yeah, you had to. What a card! That's a card that I've been back and forth on, including in the Jeskai Legends deck itself, and then also like I think it's just such a cool legend to build around a commander. Have you guys given any thought to Commander at all? Are you guys at all interested in the format?
Yeah, I have always been much more of like a casual Commander player.
Totally.
I've always like really enjoyed like competitive formats to be competitive formats, and I'm not saying you can't play Commander competitively. It's just like when I was playing the game, there weren't competitive Commander events, right? So I really just played casually. Or maybe like 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 power level kind of thing. Mana Crypts and Soul Rings, but no like super crazy degenerate combos and that kind of stuff. But
you're gonna hate this. Mana Crypt's been banned in Commander. That's recent.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Last year, I think, or a year before. Oh yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. That's crazy. That what is the price of a Mana Crypt now?
What are you looking for, your cube?
Oh man.
Well, I think because Mana Crypt was only it was like that media insert, and then
it got
Eternal
reprinted like
Masters?
crazy.
Eternal Masters.
It's come out a couple times since. It's been like there's like this special neon version from Lost Caverns of Ixalan. There's an invention version from Kaladesh.
Right.
You can get yourself. I'm on facetofacegames.com, Canada's top.
I was gonna say,
Canada's number one LGS and supplier of all Magic cards. They're across the entire country. I'm on Face to Face Games, and a Mana Crypt from Eternal Masters non-foil, looking at $65 Canadian, baby. Not so bad. Not so bad.
Different times.
Different times. That's for sure.
It was not $65 last time I looked at a Mana Crypt.
No. I remember pulling one in Eternal Masters foil. Because I'd opened a pack at an LGS, foil, no problem. A foil Eternal Masters Mana Crypt got me an entire box of Eternal Masters and a couple singles that I needed. To give you an idea of where we're at now, a foil copy of Eternal Masters Mana Crypt right now you could pick up for $110.
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Well, I think you won. I think you did pretty. I did pretty good there.
So for the price of like maybe 4 packs of Eternal Masters,
less than that now. If we're going by today's prices, that set
Silk product is very expensive now.
It's bananas.
I believe it. I mean, it had Caracas and
no, it did have Caracas,
so it's just like really high-end cards at the time,
And
I drafted a lot of that set. I really liked it.
It was really fun. I think I got a Sylvan Library from that one, if I'm not mistaken. That I was like,
oh yeah, Sylvan Library.
Good time. I also like, for what it's worth, when it comes to like draft sets and stuff, I know that like I really miss those master sets. I think that those were like incredible to draft.
Me too.
But they've also been knocking it out of the park recently with their draft formats. Like Final Fantasy is an all-timer for me. I don't know if you guys had a chance
a
to.
lot of Final Fantasy draft.
I don't even.
Yeah.
I never was a Final Fantasy guy at all. Period. Never touched it. Never played the games.
neither.
Never cared. And then this comes around. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna. I do want to understand a little bit about the designs and stuff because obviously it's more interesting. I ended up watching, I don't know, 10 hours of like summarizing the entire series just so I can understand some cards. Meanwhile, I'm also binging LSV and Numat the Nummy and Paul Cheon playing the hell out of the set and also doing a fair amount on my own. Just really, really loved it. Lots of really great draft environments. And I realized to my listeners, we're not being Commander-centric this episode. I think it's late in the episode, but I think you should know by now that we're probably not going to touch much on Commander. But shout out Final Fantasy.
Not as much. Dude,
very fun.
Shout out Final Fantasy. A personal favorite of mine from the last like 2-ish years has been Lost Caverns. I loved Lost Caverns. It was just so aggressive. Like the how the format shifted, I think, when it like initially came out and people were trying like all these green cards that proved to be less effective than like the really aggressive stuff, but then it kind of settled in the middle. I don't know. I thought everything was really balanced. And fast stuff was good, medium stuff, slow stuff, it was all good. And I thought the cards were great to play with. I really liked LCI.
I really like the idea of like you could low-key get yourself a decent Caves deck going and that was like the hidden gem of the format in a way.
Many 7/1s with Caves, that's for sure.
So fun.
It was a fun deck.
I didn't expect that to come together whatsoever, and it really did.
It's pretty rare that there's enough support for that style of deck in a format, and they just supported it really, really well. It wasn't, I'd say it was underpowered, but it could definitely still win games.
Oh, for sure.
And yeah, when it came together, it worked and it was fun.
It's also a surprise. Like your opponents don't expect you to be all in on the Caves, and then they see it and they kind of go, "Wow, clearly this person isn't somebody I should be taking seriously." And you're like, "Oh, wait, what?" It's like a really disarming strategy. I feel like similarly, they've been putting a lot of these like backdoor, like hidden little bits of like, now that you've drafted the format a couple times, you'll see that now there's this like 5-color shenanigans list, or like this, like we've got the Vivid deck in Lorwyn Eclipse. That's honestly, I had fun with that pre-release. I put together a sealed deck for that, and it was pretty powerful. Like I got lucky with all the stuff I got, obviously, but because it's sealed and there's, my God, sealed has really changed.
We don't love sealed.
Hard to love sealed at the
I like
moment.
sealed, but yeah, right now it is tough.
Play
There's just
booster era
way
sealed?
too much variance involved.
Excuse me.
Play booster era.
Yeah. Sealed and play booster era really makes it
especially
difficult.
like the more like bomb heavy formats where like it's really defined by rares and mythics, like
Outlaws,
that can be a little frustrating in sealed, where it's like, oh, I got the 8 mana weird politics card that was made for Commander.
Exactly.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always nuts. Like I think back on Outlaws of Thunder Junction and being like, okay, well, 3 of my rares are absolute garbage, and the other 3 are not in the same colors. Yeah, or that worse.
Yeah.
They're fast mana, and you're like, oh great. Okay.
Yeah. Wonderful.
I guess these uncommons are gonna have to pull their weight. That's gonna be it. And also, I'm talking like, 6 rares. Yeah, sometimes you still only get 6 rares in the play boost era. It really makes you feel bad going up against the guy that opened 13 and 6 packs, and they're all on color. You know what I mean? Pretty brutal. Yeah.
A lot of feel bads in sealed right now.
100%. I mean, okay, so look, I God, man, we talked for a while, and I got to get your stories, but I will say, we talked for a while because I'm having a really great time, and I hope I'm not keeping you. But I would love to hear.
We're having a good time too.
Hell yeah, boys, let's party. I would love to hear your story. Yeah. Let's get into whether or not you're the bolus. And Colton, do you have a story for us today too?
I honestly don't really know. I think really the most sinful thing that I could have done that could put me in villain territory is just playing so much of the lands deck in Vintage Cube, where I just get to strip mine twice a turn. And I feel pretty bad about that. Like, I have a hard time sleeping. Sometimes that's keeping me up a little bit.
You played a lot of Living End in Modern back in the day when it was like all based around Violent Outburst and 3-mana creatures.
Yes.
Like in 2014, 2015.
Good.
Yes.
You can Fulminator Mage your opponent and just like keep bringing back Fulminator
You don't gotta tell
Mages.
me. Fulminator
Unbelievable.
Mage was one of those cards that I was so stoked to see in Ultimate Masters. Ah,
Dude,
come on.
I paid 60 Canadian each for my Fulminator Mages.
50 Canadian
and
here.
you know what?
Yeah.
God bless. I'll tell you that much. That's fun.
I think
We're
they're
talking
like
about
80 cents now.
Yeah, no, but they are bulk rares. They get pulled in repacks all the time. Fulminator Mage used to be a house. Like, we're talking of like an era of Modern that is so long gone. It's honestly, it brings a tear to my eye.
Completely different.
It's so different.
Yeah.
I remember Saffron Olive on MTG Goldfish ended up doing a thing where he played like Modern decks from pre-Modern Horizons again. And he was like, yeah, nothing really keeps up, but I'm having more fun. And I'm like, that's
totally.
I don't know what to do with that. I mean, it feels like what are we supposed? You know, is this now the new format? As we have pre-Modern Horizons? I don't know.
I think that would be so fun. I think like 2003 to like 2018, 2019 would be like beautiful.
I think about that so often. Like, I want there to be this magical time where like I can play a Thragtusk.
A Thragtusk
like,
in 2026?
I want to play Thragtusk. I want to play a Tarmogoyf.
Yeah,
like,
I want Goyf to matter too.
Awesome.
Dude, I sold the Tarmogoyf.
That sounds fun.
I sold the Tarmogoyf to a guy. Or I traded this guy a Tarmogoyf. Shout out if you're listening, by the way. I still have your Braid of Fire in my 9th Doctor deck. But the Tarmogoyf I sent him, it was for his Disa the Relentless deck, where the commander that makes token copies of Tarmogoyf. So literally, the Tarmogoyf I traded this guy is being used as a fucking token. Sorry, Ken. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? A card that literally a stamped version of this card was opened at a championship draft foil, and the player playing in that draft said, "Forget the rest of the draft. This isn't in my colors right now. I've just made out like a bandit. I'm probably making more off of this than the winner's gonna win on that check at the end." And now it's like I don't know. I don't even want to look it up. It's gonna make me sad.
Well, at that time, I think it was around like 800 for
it was something ridiculous.
It was like silly expensive, and now Goyf is probably like $7.
Dude, you want to find out? Because I will look it up.
There.
I'll look it up.
I want to know what is a future sight Goyf worth?
A future sight Goyf. Okay, so I got Modern Masters in front of me.
This is gonna kill me.
Future sight Goyf is gonna probably still be up there. I have to hope. You know, $21 Canadian on face-to-face games.
Oh my god!
Future sight non-foil. $21. And then you've got the list printing, which is the exact same with Planeswalker symbol in the lower left.
Yeah,
also $21. You've got a foil Tarmogoyf from Ultimate Masters, $19. You have...
Oh my goodness.
There is a card from a Commander Precon deck called Tarmogoyf's Nest. Tarmogoyf Nest is a two and a green for a Kindred enchantment, Lurgoyf Aura. Enchantland. Enchantland has 1 and a green, tap, create a Tarmogoyf token. And
no way.
Extended art Ripple foil version of this card goes for $2.
I was gonna say, like, if we were talking 2016, maybe the most busted thing to have ever happened.
My God.
But like, Tarmogoyf is just a vanilla creature. Like, why would you ever play that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally one of the Modern Horizons 3 commanders
push
makes them. Isn't that bananas? You can have Tarmogoyf in the command zone because the precon from Modern Horizons 3 that was Jund, the Jund-Amount precon, was headed by Disa the Relentless, 2 and a Jund, 5/6 human scout. Whenever a Lurgoyf permanent is put into your graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, put it onto the battlefield. Pretty good so far. and whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create a Tarmogoyf token. I'm telling you, you can have a turn where you make 3 Tarmogoyfs and still just be doing okay. Not winning, you'll be doing okay. This is on the back of a card that used to dominate tournaments, that would strike fear into opponents, and now it's kind of like, I guess you got a couple 3/4s, huh? Yeah, all right.
Yep.
Cool.
That's unbelievable. That makes me so sad. How the mighty have fallen, man.
Am I the boldest for telling you guys about where Tarmogoyf is gone?
A little bit, yeah.
Not a little bit, like absolutely. This is. You just shattered my multiverse.
I'm so sorry.
I think is the nicest way I could say this. Yeah.
You just said
Oh
you
my
just
God.
shattered my multiverse, like with the same cadence that someone would hit me with. You just sunk my battleship.
It's just what happened, man. That is the crushing weight of the disappointment I feel.
I'm so sorry to tell you about that, but you know, now if you need more goyfs, they're out there, and some of them are even just tokens.
I guess so. Some of them are
As long as you don't tell me that people aren't playing Wild Nicodle anymore.
And so now we ask you what your stories are.
Okay. I don't remember a lot about what this set was. Was it Commander Masters?
Okay.
Right? That was a set, right?
Commander Masters was a set. Yeah, it was I want to say 2 years ago at this point, or
was that
2 years ago.
Hullbreacher? Was that when Hullbreacher was printed?
No, Hullbreacher was printed in Commander Legends in 2020.
Okay.
I want to say.
Okay. I couldn't this was the set I was trying to remember.
Okay.
It was 2020.
Hell yeah. Easy time to forget.
I ended up totally. In the pandemic, I ended up winning a box of this set.
Hell yeah.
Without looking at it. I wasn't a Commander player. I didn't really pay attention to any of the cards. I won a set from Shout Out Phoenix Comics in Calgary, Alberta. They did a giveaway. Very cool.
Very fun set to draft also.
That.
Commander drafting is a lot of fun.
That is what we did with it. It was very, very cool. We kind of like proxied some people because it was the pandemic at the time. We had 4 people that we were living with, and it just worked out. So yeah, it was great.
Nice.
But we ended up. I opened a Hullbreacher, and I slotted it right into my Damia deck. I don't know if Damia Sage of Stone sees any play anymore.
I don't
Probably
see it
not
often at all. I will say if we could find out a little bit more. But Damia Sage of Stone is from like the original Commander product. For those of you who don't know, Commander 2011, 7-mana Sultai Legend. You got 4 in Sultai, 4/4 Gorgon Wizard, Death Touch. Skip your draw step, because at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have fewer than 7 cards in your hand, draw equal to the difference. Come on.
Yep.
Tell me you don't love that. You're a liar. So
it's basically Necropotence.
It is basically Necropotence. It's so good. That crushes me. That it's
not one you see a lot.
Now,
it's not unplayable. No one's gonna. I certainly will not tell you that. But there are only 3,194 decks of it on EDH at the moment.
That makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, I slotted a Hullbreacher into it. I did have a very rough Timetwister. That is the only power I've ever owned. My roommate, who because we were big Legacy players, he played lands. We still live with him actually. His name's Derek.
Nice.
He's a friend of ours. He does merch for Abrupt Decay quite often. It's very
sick.
cool. Him and I were living together during the pandemic, and he. I'm trying to think. I can't remember exactly when this was. It was shortly after, Commander Legends or whatever that product was. We played a game, and that was the first time I ever did the Hullbreacher wheel.
Oh yeah.
It must have been like a week after that set came out. I saw the life drain from 3 people's eyes at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew, man, this is all I want to do to people. I just want a Hullbreacher wheel.
Damn.
All I want to do. And now I think that's like my favorite strategy in Cube other than blue-white control.
And you can do that in blue-white control.
You can
Yes,
even
you
do
can.
it in blue-white control.
Because Hullbreacher's always good if you're playing blue in cube.
It's one of
most
those
decks are
cards-
drawing additional cards.
It's one of those cards that for sure needed to be banned in Commander, but my God, when it was happening, it made the
I was gonna say maybe we should have warned your audience before bringing up Hullbreacher.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like a
Yeah,
point of
trigger
trauma
warning.
for a lot of EDH players.
Yeah, I mean, I lost a lot on Hullbreacher because I opened quite a few of them from Commander Legends. It was a really fun time because it was at a time where I was like,
Cool.
I had banked so much credit with Face and like another place for a while. I'd sold a large chunk of my collection at the time, and then I moved back to Montreal, and I was kind of like, well, this set's like perfectly for me. It's exactly what I want. I had my play group of pals. We were all kind of like, you know, we'd all just been vaccinated or just been like, we're very careful and conscious, and you know, let's make this happen for ourselves and be good to each other about it, but also let's do some of this drafting stuff over here. And it was so much fun. But I opened
Unbelievable.
like 6 Hullbreachers. I ended up buying like 4 boxes because I was really going to town and treating the whole crew to it like a full day. If we're gonna be taking this seriously, but also it's ultimately a risk. We're gonna do this for real. And so I ended up with like 6 Hullbreachers, and then didn't sell any and then the ban happened, and I was like, well, okay.
Oh man, that's so sad.
To be fair, I only ever ran it in one deck, and even then I was like, man, I can't do this. It's too mean.
Yeah,
But not
doesn't feel
Grant,
good.
eh?
Brutal card. Not me. No, I love stacks. I played a Grand Arbiter deck in Commander for quite some time too.
Yeah, I mean,
just I love doing that to people.
my audience
It
might
rocks.
hate this because stacks is such a taboo thing still to this day, but I've been coming around on the
I
idea of
believe it.
stacks. I think it's a fun thing to have at the table because it morphs the puzzle in a way that's just taxing your resources instead of giving you something absolutely backbreaking to have to destroy. Instead, it's just kind of like
Exactly.
it's slowing you down, and then you got to figure it out. So I've honestly and listeners, don't come at me too hard for this. I've kind of been looking at Grand Arbiter myself. I've been thinking about a little Grand Arbiter deck for a little competitive,
Beautiful.
like a bracket 4 kind of commander deck lately. It's
Totally.
it's pretty brutal, but I like it.
I think stacks right now too, like all colors have been getting really good pieces of interaction. So it is a little bit easier to it's a deck building exercise. It's like you lost to the stacks deck because you had no answers for it.
Right.
That's on you. Like
Oh yeah.
you need to include those things. You can't just put bombs in your deck and get away with it. Like you have to have some diverse pieces of interaction, right? And stacks is like a real test of that because you just won't win.
It's a competitive archetype. It's definitely a competitive archetype. It's one of those things that like you ever sit down like I mean I'll speak to this in the sense of Commander because like excuse me, the idea of like you're sitting down with a group of people and you want to play a game of Magic. You all discuss what kind of game you want to play, what kind of decks you bring to the table. Every now and then somebody goes, I've got these decks, but I've also got this land destruction deck that I quite like, or the stacks deck that I like. And I don't really get many takers to play against them, but I bring them in case I run into people who want to mix it up a little bit and see what their deck can do in response to something that isn't very welcome in many places. And sometimes, you know, obviously I'll be like, nah, I don't think I want to do that. I just built this deck. I want to kind of test it and play it the regular way without the nightmare. And then other times I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I need to switch it up. I would love to see what I can do. And I gotta say, I've been feeling that itch a little bit more lately, and I'm definitely touring with the idea of a stacks deck for more competitive level of EDH. Definitely not CDH, but because I don't think I have what it takes to do that. But my God, the bracket for EDH, let's keep the power flowing. I think it's fun, but I love me a dumb little deck. I'm a big dumb little deck guy. I'm a big graveyard engine that requires 8 pieces that survive kind of deck. That's my thing.
Mm-hmm. Give me the mimeoplasm so I can like put Triskelion. I can bury it alive for Triskelion, and man, I don't even remember what that combo was anymore. Just Triskelion and Necrotic Ooze.
Yeah, Necrotic is the gains abilities of creatures in your
yeah.
graveyard. Yeah.
So
and it was what's the original Lorwyn block? Pillipala or something.
Pillipala.
Yeah, that was another thing with Necrotic Ooze that you could do.
Man, Pillipala had nothing but a combo engine
too. It's true,
right? I'm sure they didn't think that these horrible things were going to happen down the road to the game when they printed that, but you can't let things just untap.
I'll say this:
Basalt Monolith, and
you made me think of something that I have not thought about in a long, long time. I gotta know whether there's an untap symbol recently, because the untap symbol is such a fun. It's such a fun piece of design, especially for Lorwyn. Obviously, it's like flavorfully very cool. But there's something that I just gotta see. So literally, all the untap symbols are in Shadowmoor and Eventide. However, there's since been one card that got it, and it is Universes Within is called Vikya Scorching Stalwart, but in Universes Beyond, the Ryu World Warrior card from Street Fighter is actually got the untap symbol, because the untap symbol is kind of like the quarter circle.
It's like
forward.
the button inputs for Hadouken.
Exactly, and that's what his flavor word is.
Very sick.
It's pretty fun design. I can dig it. I really hope they would bring back the symbol at some point, but that does feel like a Modern Horizons 4 thing if I had to put money on it. But I will say, before we move on too quickly from your story, Grant, yeah, Timetwistering with a Hullbreacher's bolus material. I'll tell you that much. That's evil stuff. That's definitely
excellent.
Up there.
That is what I was going for. I was trying to ruin a night.
Yeah.
A side note, I think I bought that Timetwister for like it was beat up. It was maybe $700, and I think I sold it for $9. So it was not. This is a while.
This must have been a really long time ago, because even a beat up Timetwister right now you can't find for less than $1,000 at minimum. I have to say. That's.
Oh yeah. This was during the pandemic, kind of right before a bunch of stuff spiked. It felt really bad.
yeah, that's a bummer. I'm sorry to hear that.
What can you do, man? What can you do,
man? You can't take it back.
Sometimes you get rinsed.
Yeah, you do get rinsed, man. It sucks so bad to spec on something, or to just have something that you're like, I'm gonna hold on to this one special card. They can't reprint it. There's nowhere it doesn't fit anywhere. And then you're like, oh great, this one set is the one place where it works. Okay, I guess it's been reprinted. Ah man, they're 3 cents. Gone. It's 3 cents. Okay, great. Colton, you got a story for us too, or you thinking you think you might have a bolus story, or heck, you can tell me about a pet peeve surrounding Magic?
A pet peeve.
Yeah.
Lately on Arena, I think Grant can agree. If my opponent is taking more than like 8 seconds to let my thing resolve, and it's because they have like some activated ability or something that they can use on a creature. Like they have a Elvish Reclaimer. Is that the guy where you can sack a land and go get another one?
Yeah.
And nothing is resolving because they're just like looking at their phone or something. I will tilt so bad and lose the game because of it. Because I'm just trying to get this over with. It's like, you don't have anything. Like, I know you don't have anything. You have a tapped forest and like one thing. You don't have days. Don't. This
touches on like a pet peeve that has come up on the podcast a bit. This is like the digital equivalent of the exact same thing that we talk about a lot on this show, which is respect the time respect your time and respect other people's time. It's like the
totally.
The idea of like we've had this come up a bunch where people don't play board wipes responsibly, in quotes responsibly, which is to say, like, if the game's already 3 hours long in Commander, don't board wipe. Do you need this so badly that you got a board wipe right now? I don't think so. I think we're all sick of these decks and we're ready to move on to the next one. Don't board wipe 3
Need
hours
something
in.
new.
Come on, respect our time. Similarly, anybody who's in the tank has an ability, has a window to react, and you're like, oh, we've passed the turn to them, and they're still on the phone and be like, well, I'm going to do this. Well, you can't do that. It's got hexproof, and you're like, I got to rethink because I was going to do that. When did that get hexproof? You're like, hey, because you're not paying attention. Invest your attention, your time. Give it to your opponents, because they're not just your opponents. They are people that you're playing with. They're new pals, maybe. They are equally invested players of this game. And it is very frustrating to be on the receiving end of somebody who just doesn't care. Doesn't care that you're just out there and just stewing. It's real brutal. It sucks.
Don't rope me, bro.
Don't
Please.
rope. Don't rope.
My heart can't take it.
That's if you're being roped. First of all, anybody who spams your go on Arena, go f yourself. Sorry, Ken.
I think I muted emotes before 100%. I even looked at anything on Arena. I was like, this is gonna drive me nuts. I can't do it.
Immediate disable.
It's
always funny so watching an LSV video too, because I forget they exist. And then I'll watch an LSV video and someone will your go him. And I just get so triggered. I'm always LSV, just honestly, turn him off, bro.
It's so funny to me. It's so funny to me to watch somebody go LSV. Because to me, that just says that this player does not know who their opponent is. And
exactly.
Like, okay, this is this is a champion of the game, literally in the Hall of Fame.
The champion of the game.
The top
it's
dog.
Like him and Reed Duke, what are we doing?
Who's in that conversation? We got Reed Duke, we got Finkel, but LSV is
Finkel,
Paulo Vidor, PVD, yeah.
I was always a big Piotr Glogowski canister fan. I played Lantern Control for a really long time in Modern, I was always a big canister guy.
Of course you played Lantern Control. Of course Grant played Lantern Control.
What a miserable deck to play against.
I'm not kidding. Right now,
he's pulling out the deck.
We were just going through cards the other day, and these were the last cards that I had sleeved up
Kodak
before
Shredder
I sold
with
the
Obsidian
majority
Charma.
of my...
It's literally Lantern Control pieces. Honestly, I have to tell you, in a competitive setting, 1v1, I cannot think of a more miserable yet fun way to play a game than to Lantern Control. It is awful. It is
nothing like
to be on the receiving end of Lantern Control is a nightmare. But to pilot Lantern Control is an exhilarating tightrope walk. Hungry on Plane put out a video about Lantern Control that I recommend everybody watch. It is so fascinating to watch people who pilot that deck talk about it, and to really just describe it in its bare parts feels like a fever dream. It feels like you're talking to people who don't play Magic the Gathering. And yet, it's it's like an engineer's response to Magic the Gathering. It's absolutely diabolical. If you're not familiar with Lantern Control, welcome to a new nightmare. This will keep you up at night for sure. Forget looping strip mine. The Lantern Control is you know what? I hear that they use it as torture tactics in some really bad prisons.
Highly effective.
Highly effective.
Absolutely. It's awful.
If Colton makes a mistake when we're playing live, I immediately play a game of Lantern Control against him after the show.
Wow.
So,
yeah, the ensnaring bridge comes down.
It's done. It's over. You missed that gravity blast. That okay. Whoops.
That's what I'm doing with Codex Shredders. I'm just tapping them out.
Unbelievable.
His heart can't take it.
Lantern Control is so miserable, but so fascinating. And I wonder if anybody, listeners, if you are listening to this and you think to yourself, I have a friend who ported, or I myself ported Lantern Control into Commander, I have to see the list.
Please.
I
have to see the list.
I will send it.
I have to know.
Send it to me or send it to Grant. Either way, the moment it happens, I guarantee our DMs will light up. We are both gonna. You let me know if you get it. I'll let you know if I get it.
Absolutely.
I need to see this list. If somebody out there has ported Lantern Control into Commander, I need it. It is honestly, this is literally the crux of this Grand Arbiter ideation for this Commander deck that I've been thinking about. The crux of it has been like, I wonder if there's a control deck out there for me, and going, if I had to be that guy, if I really had to be that guy, I would want to be the dual Commander Lantern Control guy. Like 1v1 only. I don't think you'd want to do Lantern Control. But if there's somebody out there who does it, it would make me so happy to please send it over. Hell, if the deck list is crazy, we maybe you'll come on the podcast. I don't even know. Who knows? I need to hear about this deck. That's a nightmare. It does. Lantern Control is like roping a player without an actual timer there to stop things from happening. It's truly the
100%.
It is the epitome of the pet peeve that Colton just described.
Yeah, but it's very deliberate, and it's dangling a carrot in front of your face.
Oh yeah,
a lot. It's like there's only so. I was actually playing a modern event in Prince Edward Island.
Oh wow, okay.
I was there for a family vacation, and there was a modern thing going on. For some reason, I brought my Living End deck with me.
I travel with decks all the time. Some reason you got hope in your heart. That's what matters. That's what it is.
Yeah, right, and it happened.
Hell yeah.
I did it all the time too back in the day.
But it resulted in me playing against Lantern Control, and it was a pretty cash event. I had things to do. I didn't have 2 hours to eventually just not have any cards to play.
But
it was like 12 lands in a row. I'm not interested. I'm playing Living End. I'm trying to win, fast.
But that's the thing about Lantern Control, is that the more that you play against it, you know exactly when you're beat. And that's the thing, is like you can get got by it only a few times, and then it's just like, no, I win because I've conceded. I have ruined your sadistic plan. You are a psycho.
Absolutely. Yeah. You gotta know when you're out of time. If you're ever playing against them, you needed to know what to concede. That was always
100%.
Man, who was it that won? I remember Jerry Thompson was playing Mardu Pyromancer in the finals of a modern event against Marcio Carvalho, I think, was on Lantern Control, and I think that was one of my favorite games of Magic I've ever watched.
I'm gonna pull it up. I think. Let me see. I can't find it, but I'm definitely I'm making a note of this because that sounds messy.
Yeah, it was gnarly. And in one of my favorite shows of sportsmanship, Jerry Thompson at the end of the game goes, "Aw, man," and then he extends his hand. Knew he was beat against Lantern Control.
That's so funny.
I would be like concerned for my safety. Like, I'd have to go into protective custody if I went on such a big stage and brought Lantern Control and expected to be seen as like a normal person.
Okay.
I can't do that.
It was Luis Salvato was the other player, and it was Pro Tour Rivals of Ixalan. I thought it was Ixalan, but it was Rivals.
It was who? Salvato, you said?
Yeah, Luis Salvato.
Got it. I'm pulling it up. Oh, that's right. There it is. Okay, I gotta watch this game if it's available somewhere. I'll say Lantern Control probably started as a thought experiment of being like, how do I get really bad cards banned? And it feels like you get as close as you can.
Yep,
that's for sure.
Yeah, big time. Yeah,
guys, I really appreciate you coming on and chatting with me, and I feel like I could just like keep going, but it has been nearly an hour and a half of us hanging out, and
yeah, it has.
And on a topic that, frankly, my audience might not be the most invested in. But I hope if you stuck around to the end here, A, thank you. First of all, A and B, thank you so much. Okay, and speaking of A and B, you're thinking ABRUPT, Abrupt Decay. Get yourself into
that was really good.
The illusion of our choices in a world of no options. Immediately, guys, would you like to tell everybody where they can find you, what you want them checking it out? Obviously, I've already mentioned the album, but feel free to go ahead and say it again because it fucking rules. Sorry, Ken.
Yeah, sorry, Ken. Yeah, thank you so much. We're Abrupt Decay from Calgary, Alberta. Beautiful
Another
Calgary,
AB.
Alberta. Another AB. It never ends with us, you know. We just put out a record in August of last year, and we're going to be touring Canada and the States pretty extensively this year.
Hell
It's the
yeah.
hope that as long as the world doesn't explode or things go truly, truly crazy, we've got some pretty ambitious plans for this year. So it'd be dope to see you on the road.
Gorgeous. And you mention where they could follow you? Because I didn't quite get that. If you did, I'm sorry.
We're right. No, we got an Instagram. We are not a very social media minded band. We don't really give a shit.
Sorry, Ken.
So yeah, sorry, Ken. We have an Instagram. We got a Facebook. We don't post a lot, but yeah, you can check us out there. Just yeah,
Keep an
download
eye
the
out
record,
for
check
new
it out,
music.
listen to it in the dark with your headphones on.
Straight up,
That's all we get.
Get yourselves on your streaming platforms of choice or on Bandcamp. Give these guys a follow. Tick on whatever you need to tick to make sure that when another thing comes out, it gets pushed to you to say like, hey, this new thing came out. Buddy, let me tell you something. I would have been so grateful to have had that notification in August, and I would have been way into this record sooner than I have been. I got into it only last month, and I am shocked. I am shocked that it took me, basically 4 months to get to it. Because, my God, this thing it's one of my favorite records to come out last year. Easily. Just absolutely.
Thank you so much.
What a heater of a record. And it's obviously like, it's man, how do you even describe this thing? It's just it's nonstop, man. It just like hits like you've got you've got yourself a country song edited into the end of one of your tunes, and then it goes right back into beats, and then God, you've got some like new metal influence with some like God, man, it's just so crazy. There's so much going on this record, and I just keep finding more moments that I gotta listen to again. I have been blasting it in my apartment. My girlfriend is not a big fan, I must say. She's not big on the screaming. As chaotic hardcore musicians, you know that it's an acquired taste, right? Like, we got to admit to ourselves that what we like is not something that you immediately drawn to per se, but it is it is a record that I've been playing a lot of at home, and God, I can't wait to see you guys live. I will lose it. I'm so excited to catch you guys live when you're back on this side of things, and I'm hoping we cross paths again soon. Folks, that does it for us.
Oh yeah.
And I'm so appreciative. So thank you again to Grant and Colton from Abrupt Decay. And it's time to scoot the day. We're gonna say thank you one more time to the boys, and shout out to Ken for doing a lot this episode. I have to assume
you're doing great,
a lot
Ken.
of apologies happening. I really appreciate you, buddy. Make sure to follow the podcast, Emma the Bolcast, on Blue Sky. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast feed. Read my articles on EDHrec.com. Shout out to Morgan and Michael, my co-hosts, who do the mailbag episodes with me. And then, shout out to Ken Peddle, our sweet, sweet angel of an editor. Lots of love to you, buddy. And we'll be back next week with another episode of Am I the Bolcast? Time to hit that theme song. Later.